ever find more wretched hive of scum and be cautious.
What's going on, hyperdrivers? Welcome back to the Cantina Chat. And I hope everybody's having a great week and prepared for an awesome weekend. We are here to talk what we have for Star Wars news this week. I really, there's not a lot, but we're going to do our best. I got some other subjects to talk about, so we may kind of veer away from Star Wars on today's episode, but we'll see what happens. With me, as always, is my man Frankie in the house. What's going on, bro?
What's up, buddy? What's up?
What's up, man? We got Ralph there rocking the Tauntaun hat.
Got the Tauntaun Whisperer hat on right now.
Until he's 90.
Some Tauntauns. Till I'm 90.
He's 90.
Till I'm 90. Wampa pie for lunch.
And Sexy Flexy on the mic and on the DJ today.
Oh, one and two. What's up? What's up,
man? So yeah, man, we're gonna have like I said, it's gonna be kind of a mix today. Wasn't a whole lot of Star Wars news, but we're gonna make it work. How you guys doing this week, man? Anything new you want to talk about? Anything show up at your house? Anything special?
I've been playing the hell out of some Battlefront. I think you know that.
I've been with you on that. That's been fun.
Yes, it is a blast.
Some good times.
And then I am now part of Fan Home.
Ah, yes. You got the Millennium Falcon coming, right?
Yep.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. So
really
looking forward to that. I'm trying to debate now, though. Am I going to build it as it comes, or am I going to wait till I get everything?
I mean, I would recommend
losing parts.
I would recommend
losing pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recommend go as you go, just in case you're missing something. You can always, try to get that piece.
That's the other side of things. But I didn't have anything missing when I did mine. Everything came in, and I put everything in a box and waited till it was time to build it.
Plus I'm looking at upgrades too.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So we'll see.
True.
I got time to decide.
Also, suggestion on that one. Even more of a reason to wait till all the packages arrive. Read all of the instructions. Go through all the instructions first before you start doing anything. It's because, like, for me, there was.
I ain't losing my man card. What the hell are you talking about?
I read the instructions as I was building it, but I read the instructions as I was going along the way, and they tell you certain things like glue this part here, or something like that. And then afterwards, then they're like, oh, if you didn't glue this, now you have access to this, and you can add lights if you want to.
Messed up.
But I'm like, yo, why would you tell me to glue it if without saying something else? So I was like, yeah, so read the instructions.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like some parts you may not want to have sealed down like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So yeah.
Well, thank you for screwing up so I can learn.
Yeah, sure. I'm always here for suggestions.
Taking one for the team. Appreciate that.
What you, Flexi? Anything new?
Yeah, man. During the week, I was sitting in court on this case, and my phone. You can't have it on, obviously. It's on vibrating. I see my Ring camera, FedEx delivering 2 boxes and stuff. Like, all right, well, I can't, call home now. So anyway, so when I get home, high command is like, no, I told her, I was like, yo, I saw some stuff came in on FedEx, and she was like, oh my God, you saw that? And I was like, yeah, what's up? So she was like, well, since you blew it, then you want your Father's Day gift now or on the 15th? And I'm like, duh, now.
Yeah.
So yeah, she had gotten me the Sideshow Han and Carbonite.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, for my Boba Fett and Lando Calrissian display there, and she got me Bo-Katan that she knew I had wanted it for quite some time. So
nice.
Yeah, I was a happy camper this week.
Yeah, those are nice. I saw you posted. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
that's dope.
I got
man.
nothing new, man, this week. So
nah.
Nah.
We've been on that Monopoly Go though.
Listen, I don't know how you're getting them dice. you're actually either spending money or something, bro.
Nah, man. Nah.
I had a dream. I had like 50,000 dice in there, and I'm like, okay, now I could get Obi-Wan. Jesus, man.
I had some, I've been trying to get people to play the game, is because when you get more people to play the game, you get dice, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I put that ad out there. Hey, play the game with me, and like, whatever. I don't care if I get attacked. But then I got some fools up there saying that I'm advertising for Monopoly Go, that I'm making money off this. I'm like, get the fuck.
Oh my God, bunch of idiots.
I'm like, I just try to play a game, man.
Freaking idiots.
If you don't want to play, don't play.
Frankie, you're still playing, right?
Off and on. I've been more on Battlefront.
Yeah.
That's been if gaming's to be done, it shall be on Battlefront.
It's been like
I've got to get my Boba Fett leveled up.
Yeah. I actually just touch it like maybe 3 or 4 times unless I have a whole bunch of dice. But other than that, man, I can't. I don't have that much. And then I'm missing a few cards so I could get the dice, so I could get, the Obi-Wan. So the Obi-Wan's nice, but I have a feeling because they changed their screen intro, there's going to be other ones like the Tauntaun. I saw that one. That looks pretty cool. So, or Luke and Tauntaun.
I'm sure they're probably going to like announce a new event this coming week, more than likely.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
no more mutants to help. That's for damn sure.
No. Listen, I was helping.
Whatever.
Bro.
You were helping. You were helping George. You were helping George.
Oh my God! A lucky roll.
Did one roll. I did one roll, and I got a.
So you wasted on him. What the hell?
But you know how that is. If I would have done it on you, I wouldn't have got it. And I was trying.
Freaking crap! What the hell?
So
that was an amazing roll, though.
Was like, man, look at this. Ralph is helping me out pretty good.
Oh my God!
That's not how I said that, though. I tried to tell you that it was like one roll that he did.
It's just one roll because I had a whole bunch of credits, and I'm like, okay, 60, let's go, boom, or 600, let's go. And then I got the mega. I'm like, holy cow! And boom, 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 boom. I got 3 unlocks. I'm like, all right, George, we're good. And I thought that would happen more frequently. Nope.
It didn't, bro.
At all.
I did the whole one with Frankie, the whole one with my brother, the one with you, and it was the last guy that got the mega from me. That was when I started hitting the mega at that point.
Yeah.
Before that, I was like, damn, I was throwing dice away.
Yeah, I'd rather.
Next time I'll buy you a fucking Tauntaun. Then we'll play.
Oh, that's what it is. The Tauntaun.
That's what it is.
Got me.
Tauntaun.
That's what it is. Listen, give me a life-size one. Wabble.
That's it, man. All right. Before we say hi to the chat and everything, let's see some news for the channel. I'm gonna be out next week. I did my best to try to get some videos ready for you guys. Not really gonna have all that much, but I hope I have at least one cool thing next week. I'm gonna try to do it for tomorrow. We had an interview with Fan Home this past week, which was very interesting with Luca. If you guys want to sit around and hang out with us for that, me and Frankie had a almost like 40-minute conversation with him, and he talks about how they go about getting the licensing and how they set up the models, how they break it down and reassemble it. It was really cool that all the managers, like he's like, all the managers have to build the model. And I'm like, and me and Frankie are laughing like, well, that sounds like a chore.
Yeah. Damn.
Right? Luca built the DeLorean. You know?
It's like, geez, you got to take that home and build it. That sucks.
Yeah. So, but it was a fun interview.
Nice guy. Really nice guy.
Yep. So got that. And so let's say what's up to everybody in the chat. We got Rob Zombie in the house. What's going on, dude?
What's up, Rob?
What's up, mate? What's up, brother? Got Len. What's going on, man?
What's up, Len?
Man.
Alejandro, my twin. What's going on, dude?
Gemelo.
Does he know you're going on a cruise?
He's gonna come in and sit in for me.
Yeah.
Dwayne Ali, what's good? Hyperdriver's birthday weekend.
No work
next week.
Congrats.
Right.
Hit it. Does he know where the button is?
Birthday to you.
There you go.
Look
I made
at
sure
you.
to test that ahead of time.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Put a sticker on it.
Darth Sizzle, what's going on, bro?
Chisel. Get ready for some weather, bro. It's coming.
Man, it's gonna be like that up there.
Yep.
Man, we just got rid of our weather.
Texas.
Oh man, that sucks.
It's headed this way.
Pat's fan, what's going on, brother?
Can't
Brother.
What's up, Ken?
Grilled cheese. Here's a name I haven't seen in a while. What's going on, dude?
Yeah, he made a comment later. He said the first time I've caught. I think he said he thinks it's the first time he's caught a live Cantina chat.
Really? No, I don't think it's the first time.
That's what he said.
Really?
I don't remember him.
Pretty sure I've seen the name. This is one of those names that stand out.
I'm gonna trust his brain cells more.
Okay. Xena, how you doing?
Hey,
Xena.
Lightsaber Queen.
All right. If you hear yelling in the background, that's just my wife being Mexican, so I apologize.
All right, brother.
So
We all have one of those.
And then later on, I tell her that she's like, I was being that loud. I'm like, you really don't know that you're that loud?
Just tell her
Yeah, right.
the behind the scenes.
Jedi Niner, the behind the
Mean.
scenes, right?
Yeah.
Love that.
Mean.
There she is.
Niner.
Hey, what's going on?
Get
Good to
some
see
rest,
Janine
girl.
on here.
Yeah.
Get some
Really
rest.
see Scott.
Hopefully relaxing. And I think
Yeah.
I saw Scott's name pop up too.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he's
Yeah.
in.
All right, he's in here. That's what's
awesome.
up.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Yeah, the man.
Love that.
Got Justin Jacobs.
Nerf herder.
Justin.
Killing it with the stands.
All right. And we said OBP. What's going on, dude?
What's up, Pete?
What's up, OBP?
When I say OBP like that, I think of OPP. You know, I kind of want to have that, you know,
Down with
OBP.
OPP.
Are you down with OBP? Yeah,
You know me.
Okay. Hey, Chris is in the house. What's going on, brother? He was almost on the show tonight.
What's up, Chris?
Cass
Come
just,
on.
I thought I heard George's wife just yell, George, what the hell did you buy now?
Yeah.
2 PS at the door right now.
It might be. Hey, you never know. Miles, what's going on, brother?
What's up,
What's up,
Miles?
Kaz?
Sir? Happy Friday.
Got Skinny Fett. What's going on, Skinny Fett?
What's up,
Don't
Skinny?
be
Kitty Fat.
confused with Fat Fat.
Yeah, right. That's me, Fat Fett. Chris Elliott, what's going on, bro?
Chris,
Elliot.
football season's right around the corner.
All right, we got GeForce Racing. What's going on, dude?
G-Force.
What's up, brother?
Dude, I always his name I just correlate with MCU because that's what I used to see him on there all the time.
On the MC channel. All right.
Yep.
Flex.
Or MCE, sorry.
Pulling double duty here.
I know that guy.
Oh, I know that dude.
He's a great dude.
Always winning.
He is always winning. Real friends don't do that to each other though.
Scotty.
Oh,
There he is.
Yeah.
That's the man right there.
Love you, bro. All right. And that's what happens when we talk. The chat gets longer.
Yeah,
It does get longer.
that's what
she
she
said,
said.
right?
Mm.
Mr. JJ, what's going on?
JJ,
What's up, JJ?
good evening.
We got the Aussie Light Itty.
I-
Aussie Itty.
Itty? What?
I-
Okay, what does that mean?
I don't know.
I know it's got to be some kind of Aussie thing.
Clearly.
Sean, what's up, bro?
What's up, Sean?
That's the guy. I want to
Star
break
Wars
in
Attic
his house.
88.
What's up?
Nice.
We're 77 at too.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen Jeff's.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen
Jeff's
Jeff's.
anyway.
You probably fell
Jeff.
asleep again.
Probably fell asleep again, right? Supposed to be helping us
Jeff,
out
you
last
said
night.
your name, Jeff.
He was supposed to be helping us and he fell
Right.
asleep. Like
We're
how
over
do you
here
fall-
doing things,
trying to
saving
save the universe, trying to save
Exactly.
the galaxy, and he's over there taking a nap. Acting like he's in carbonite.
Tad Vader. What's up, Mike?
There he is.
Magic
Epic.
Mike.
Magic
Magic
Mike.
Set the record.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Tad Vader. Did I miss one? Nathan's Gaming. What's going on, dude?
Hey,
What's up, dude?
get that game going.
And I think I'm caught up.
You are.
Yeah,
No lunch for anybody.
on lunch. All right, hold on. Sorry, a quote from Vinnie Jones in Eurotrip.
Okay.
I have not seen that.
I love Eurotrip, but I don't remember that. Got to watch Eurotrip again. That's a great movie.
You'd be watching Mobland.
I do need to watch Mobland. There's a lot of things I need to catch up on. Like my
Dude,
buddy
that-
keeps telling me to watch Love, something in Robots. Love, Death,
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
Robots.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, that's awesome. Yeah.
Is it? I've only seen like a couple episodes of the first season, but I haven't jumped back on it. I got
The
season
second
3 now.
season was pretty good too.
I haven't
Yeah?
seen any of it.
I gotta
Yeah.
do that.
I like the one with the 3 droids.
Y'all need to be watching Mobland though. You thought the Lannisters were fucked up?
Really?
Dude,
Oh,
they ain't got nothing on this family. Nothing.
I'd like to
All
give
right.
a quick
Cersei
shout out.
like Mother Teresa.
What you got going on, bro?
Quick shout out to everyone's favorite Viking girl, Rosa. She was in the hospital this week. I saw.
Oh, really?
Rosa, come on,
Yeah.
Rosa.
She's
Okay.
home. She's home now, resting. So, Rosa, feel better, sweetie, and we hope to see you on soon.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
100%.
She okay?
Yeah, I think it was her gallbladder.
Yep.
Oh man.
So now she's got to wait. We got a surgery date or something.
Damn. Sad.
Norwegians are tough.
Yeah, they are.
Right?
Vikings, bro.
You come from
Vikings,
strong blood.
man.
Yeah, man. So, all right. So, I mean, like I said, there really wasn't a lot of Star Wars news this week. Not even Star Wars collecting news was that big, you know? So where do you guys want to start with a little bit of collecting news that we have? Because it's like really, really little bit.
Hit the little
Well,
bit.
yeah, I didn't see Lewis on here, so
Little tiny bit.
Yeah. Get
Little tiny
Let
bit of
Lewis
collecting news.
place an order.
I didn't see
mean-
Lewis.
It was so small that I started looking at other collectibles, you know?
Oh, that's what she said.
Let's see. I literally did start looking at other collectibles, man. So like the only thing that popped up on the feed was, and let me see if everybody stays in the. Nope. All right, I'm just gonna keep it here because that thing's ridiculous.
Wow.
All right, it's still popping up here anyway. Share screen. Here we go. What's this? So the Shin Hati from Hot Toys is they got the blogger pictures.
Photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Dude,
does
she
look
looks
really
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
She looks really good.
And
Bailey
still
looks
available
amazing.
too.
Yeah. I was surprised at that.
That scowl that she has, like they caught it perfect.
They did. I really like the weathering on the armor too. Really good looking portrait.
Mm.
So I do not have this on order yet though. I just recently got the Balin skull.
Oh,
did it?
really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Didn't you get it at Tate's?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. The Balin is beautiful.
Man, look at
Oh,
the
that's
eyes, bro.
right. Yeah, that's right. You did get it over
Yeah.
there.
Are those little moles she has?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice.
Wow.
on
She
her
has
face.
them in real life too, so it's accurate.
Crazy.
Wow.
Did a good job.
Yeah.
Gotta wonder if the actors buy their own figure.
They're
Did
giving
they get
them.
one at least?
Probably
for free?
given
Yeah,
one.
I'm sure they're giving one.
Okay.
Except for Harrison Ford, he's not allowed to have any more.
He destroys them.
Actually, maybe not, because me and Eben at MegaCon, we were talking to I forgot his name, Moff Gideon.
Oh, Giancarlo?
Carlo,
Yeah, we were talking about Sideshow or something, and he didn't even know he had a figure. We had to go on the
What?
website on our phone and show him stuff, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And he told his agent, "Like, yo, take this information down and get me one." So I don't think they get one.
Yeah, you didn't see the discussion behind doors. He's like, dude, I told you about that.
Yeah. Right?
By the way, there's also a premium statue that's probably 40% off. You can buy it right now.
Jim.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Damn. Justin's still waiting on his Ahsoka the White.
Ooh.
It's been paid
Ahsoka
for
the
over
White?
a year.
Hey, just watch my video first, man. Be careful with that figure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the elbows, right? That's the one with the elbows.
That's the one with the elbows, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, you put a little bit of CRC on that thing, works great.
You talking about this figure? Shaw Kids?
Which one?
This is Shin Hati.
Shin
Yep.
Hati. What did he say?
From
Who is
Ahsoka.
it? Who is that character?
Oh yeah, Shin Hati.
Yeah, you gotta watch the Ahsoka series. Pretty good.
That's a nice pose right there. Looks
That
good.
is a really
Yeah.
cool pose. Good photo.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Love how they put the lightsabers like that. I wish they glue like this.
Oh yeah, if they glowed like that, that'd be awesome.
You have no power.
Yeah.
I broke the original Ahsoka arm.
Oh, you trying to compete with George?
Don't do that. That's a cool pose too.
Cena, her Ahsoka arrived, but she hasn't taken her out.
No?
Xena flexing.
I got time. Can do what I
Yeah.
want.
I said if those elbows are tight, just put a little CRC on a toothpick and drop it in there.
And that's it.
That's it. Yeah. That's a nice one.
Yeah, that one does look nice.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it yet though. It's like it's still on pre-order. A minute I saw the
But
pictures.
you
Like, oh,
got
this looks great.
Balin.
I know, because I got Balin. That's why it's like I kind of want to get her, but
Yeah.
it's like I got Balin. It's because It's not Balin that I have a thing about. It's him. It's the actor.
Yeah,
Ray Stevens.
Ray Stevenson, because I liked him as Pulo in Rome, and pretty much any of the TV shows or movies that I saw him in, I've always liked him, the role that he played. So when he died, I was like, man, so I got it more for like a commemoration of the actor.
Yeah, before John Bernthal, he was my favorite Punisher.
Yeah, right. He was pretty good Punisher.
Yeah, he was. But John knocked it out the park, man. John.
Yeah, he did.
Next level, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he is next level. You don't play shit.
I'm still debating on Syndulla. I want to get her, man, just to pair her up with the ghost.
Oh, baby cakes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You need to get baby cakes.
She looks phenomenal as well.
You're looking.
George, when you get to that point where you can just finally display all the figures you have in 6 different warehouses, you're gonna be upset if you don't have this figure.
Yeah,
you're gonna be upset if you don't have this figure.
True.
Listen, the only thing I can tell you is, even though it's far away, October is pretty close, and they'll have those things on sale or something.
That's what I'm thinking too, right? Like I got Balin on a really good deal. Maybe I'll get her on a really good deal too.
There's no reason to pre-order anymore these days,
Let me go ahead and click this video then.
Right. Right. I mean, not for nothing. Today, I think it was the last day for the exclusive version of the Vader on the gurney on the bed from Revenge of the Sith. Right. I was looking at it, man, but I didn't do it. I didn't pull it up. I passed on it.
How many Vaders do you already have?
That's exactly why I passed on it.
In space. That one is a space issue.
Right. That too. So what is OBP saying? He's like, we have Sabine still waiting on Hera.
Sabine was great too.
Sabine is great. I love Sabine.
Yeah, I liked your Sabine. I mean, the poses that you had with that one, I almost picked it up for that.
Great figure.
The portrait, man, looks just like her.
Yeah,
it does. So here lately, let's say within the last year, we've all liked the portraits a lot more than not liked them.
Agreed.
Yeah.
For Hot Toys.
Yeah. Sure.
They've definitely.
I mean, look at her. She looks great. They both look great.
Yeah.
What's up, Wandering Tatooine?
Shane, my man, what's up?
Nice.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Great name.
So other than that, there was what was it? There was a vinyl that you pulled that you had us find.
Nameless sent it to me today.
Did you see this about the Indiana Jones?
What about it?
Sideshow has a brand new Indiana Jones figures from the Dial of Destiny movie. It features a nice real leather jacket and real leather boots.
I think that's the Hot Toys figure. That came out like a year ago for pre-order.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is going up for pre-order here real soon. If you want to get yourself a Revenge of the Sith vinyl.
Vinyl is Lava Records.
It's being sold by, I forgot the name of the company. What was the company? Mutant. Mutant's name of the company.
Okay.
$50. And you get this commemorative artwork from Matt Ferguson.
It has a poster. It has a poster, the new poster.
Yeah, the Matt Ferguson art.
Yeah.
I just started getting back into vinyl.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Does anybody still have a record player? Because I don't.
I have a record player. I got one vinyl left. That's it.
Yeah.
I picked up Metallica re-released Injustice for All, and it's got a green disc.
Nice.
But I've been trying to get original first pressings. They just sound different. It just sounds different. Sounds more like what you get from the studio.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have the space for something like that. Because not only do you need a record player, but you also need the
storage space for the
synthesizer or something to play it from, or what the hell is that thing called? It's 2 parts, right? You have the record player, but you have the actual
speaker.
You mean like the receiver and stuff?
The receiver.
Yeah.
That you need. It's a space consumption.
Yeah.
Something I lack.
But for heavy metal, their albums were way more interesting than other artists.
Okay.
There's all the artwork and stuff.
But this is cool for a collectible item, right? You could have it on your shelf if you wanted to.
Oh yeah. I still got the original Star Wars album.
Yeah, that's what Wandering Tatooine says. That's the original Star Wars record.
Oh.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Amp. Scotty, Soundman says it real fast. The amp.
The amp. Thank you. Yes. That's what. Yeah, and you, Scott, would know that.
Winamp.
He's probably sitting there. He's like, why can't he say the word?
How do these guys not know what an amp is?
And this
Winamp.
thing, look at the ring around there from the record.
Ah, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Been on the shelf a little bit.
This is original, baby.
Nice.
You know, like when you didn't have anything before.
Yeah.
Where's that? Here we go.
Turn that thing
Yeah,
like crazy.
that inside.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
That's nice right there. That's real nice.
Yes, sir.
It really whips the llama's ass.
Yeah, so that's it really for Star Wars collectible. That's why I said it was really light, man. Between the video game trailer and then the figure that came out this week, 007, dude. Did you see the video game trailer for 007?
Yeah.
Holy
dude,
that looked good, right?
It's sick.
Man.
I thought it was a freaking like a movie or something.
Movie?
Yeah,
that's what I thought it was at first.
Dude, gotta go watch that trailer. That trailer was sick. And then they dropped this figure.
They dropped the Hot Toys figure, yeah.
My God, bro, that looks just like him.
Yeah, it does look good, but I think it was Frankie that said you need Sean Connery and the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really cool collection. You have them all.
Maybe this is the beginning of it, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It could be.
You know?
And now they're going to have to add Henry Cavill.
Is he? Is he getting
going to play him?
Yeah, that's what I read.
It was confirmed?
He's getting the part. Yeah, that's what I read.
Oh, well, that'd be awesome.
You know who I think would be really good for that? The dude from The Gentleman. From the TV show The Gentleman.
I don't remember
who was the guy. Yeah.
The main guy. I think
I don't remember who the actor is, but yeah, he'd probably be pretty good.
I can't think of who the actor is though.
It was a TV show?
It's a TV show.
Yeah, there was Netflix show. But there was the movie
Theo
with Matthew
James?
McConaughey.
Is that his name?
Theo James? Is that it?
This guy.
Yeah.
I think this guy would make a good Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one. He was in Divergent.
Yeah, he was in Divergent.
Yeah, I remember. My little girls were like, "Oh my God, it's Theo James."
That's what it
Who is that? Who is that? Oh my God! And he had the little tattoos. Like, relax.
I mean, I didn't know who the guy's name was. Like the guy from The Gentleman. That's how I put it when I searched this.
He's a good actor, though.
But yeah, he's a good actor.
Yeah,
he's good. And I liked him in The Gentleman, man. He played that part really well. I think he could pull off Bond if they picked him.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if he is a good actor because I just think it's Guy Ritchie that pulls the acting out of people.
It's possible, right? You get that sometimes.
That dude, who he also did Mobland. Just saying.
Right? He's like, gotta watch Mobland.
I'm just saying.
And you got no excuse. You only sleep like 2 hours out of the day. So
Me?
I know.
Yeah, you need to be watching it.
And listen, I haven't watched anything in a long time just because I'm still working on the family tree, bro. I'm up to 900 people.
Okay.
900 Puerto Ricans.
Are you trying to find somebody that didn't turn a lottery ticket in or something?
I don't know.
That's what he's trying to do.
I'm getting the full list so that way I know who to bug for some money.
It's like, one of these motherfuckers got to be rich.
Right.
Some long lost cousin.
He's either hoping for rich or some type of Star Wars tie-in.
Yeah.
All right.
Leave me your Star Wars when you leave.
Yeah, Lewis.
Funny.
See? Yeah, Lewis says, he knows Mobland's fire.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
There
man.
he is. Glad you could wake up, buddy.
Yes.
Get
What's up,
your little
man?
nap in.
Surprise,
Get your
surprise.
Little nappy in.
Good morning. Good morning, princess.
All right. And then in today's news, which, I mean, I don't know if this is really news, but they did bring it up before already, but Carrie, Beck, and Dave Filoni are named as the front runners, according to Hollywood Reporter, to replace Kathleen Kennedy as president. There will be co-presidents, is at least how I'm understanding this article. And there's a lot of, mixed thoughts about this that I saw, and with some people like saying that Filoni's a one pony show. And, Carrie Beck is animation. So that, they don't, it's not really like a warm feeling that a lot of people have about this.
I think people are just...
What do you guys think?
Anything to be negative. But, I mean, she's been tied to a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's been around pretty much through everything.
Yeah.
But again, it goes into, I don't care who you put there. It's who do they have to answer to? Like how much
Who gets the final stamp of
freedom,
approval?
right? How much freedom are they actually getting? So
True.
are they just the people to blame if something goes south?
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, Carrie and Filoni, obviously we know Filoni's history. Carrie's still tied to, Clone Wars as a co-producer, as an executive producer for Tales of the Empire and many others, but we have some things that she knocked out the park, and then, some of them were just
so
okay, and that's fine. But I just want somebody they need to have good writers who know the lore, who can expand on the lore, and you need to have a good person that give the final stamp of approval that says yes or no, and it's not going to be garbage. That's what we need. We just need a Feige.
so she's
And
got
I
a
don't know
little
who
bit
that
of
is.
hit and miss. So
Yeah.
she co-created and produced Star Wars Rebels and Lego Star Wars the Freemaker Adventures. Served as executive producer of Star Wars Forces of Destiny and Star Wars The Bad Batch.
Mhm.
Co-created Star Wars Resistance. She also co-produced the 7th and final season of Star Wars The Clone Wars and the 2nd season of Star Wars The Mandalorian.
Right. Which I
So
like the second season of Mandalorian. But
she
has a mixed
she
bag.
has more wins than fails.
misses. Yeah.
Than we think. Not fails. Sorry, misses.
The
So,
biggest
Brian,
thing that people have against Filoni is that they feel that the only thing that he does is movies and shows based on the characters that he's created, and he doesn't really like move away from that. So,
Which,
maybe
I
it's
mean,
time for
to be
Filoni
fair,
to dibble.
I mean, that's probably just his wheelhouse, and we don't know what it is that he's allowed to do or not do.
right.
Yeah. But they should give Filoni something else that isn't Ahsoka, Rebels tied in. It should be something else.
Right now, I'm trying to see if she's married.
Right.
Carrie
And maybe
Beck?
that's what he's been doing, is that he's been working all along to get to Heir to the Empire. Maybe he likes that story, and that's why he pushes this. Brought Thrawn back to us. Yeah, I think he has a lot of good stuff behind him. My thing is like what Frankie said right there is that you got to have somebody at the helm that both loves, respects, and is into the story,
knows lore,
into the lore.
And I think that, because that's definitely more. I feel like she has more of that. We already know his background.
Mm-hmm.
We know where he stands with it, and I think she has more of that now going into it than Kathleen Kennedy did going into it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I mean, you've heard the interviews with Filoni, and he's talking about Anakin. And he's not talking about Anakin, only in the Clone Wars era. He's talking about him, what happened to him as a kid, in Phantom Menace, and Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. He's expanding upon and during the conversation about the Anakin in the films, not just the animated version. So he knows it. So we need somebody that just continues to also know the full thing, and on top of that, get good writers. Don't have bad writers, and don't have
somebody that can control it, right? Somebody that can
control it. Somebody that can say, you know what,
because
Vespa's on Tatooine is a stupid idea. Who thought about this?
Well, and like
drink coffee from now on. You don't give any ideas.
So, like I said, she had Clone Wars season 7. I mean, that was damn good.
That was damn good, but was it the storyline that we all love, or was it the one with the Menendez sisters, showing up with Ahsoka, when they, the Puerto Ricans in space in season 7? Because that was kind of like, oh god, that's a waste of time. So it just depends on what part of season 7 you're talking about.
Yeah,
because
but I mean,
the last 4, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, those. Yeah, you're right. The last 4 obviously were the best ones, but I mean, those beginning ones also had a lead up to that because because you need to know where Maul was, in order to get there, and then having Bo-Katan too reach out to her, so she just didn't pop in. It's kind of like what they needed. So they needed a story for that. Right. So it does have something that it needed there.
I'm gonna say again what I said last week, man. They need to lock in Gilroy like an MLB athlete, man.
Yeah,
lock his ass in for like 10 years and let him.
So you're 99
under the guidance of either one of these or both.
Yeah,
true. I mean, he did a great job with the second season of Andor, but he also did the first season of Andor, and a lot of people love the first season of Andor.
Bro,
I'm
warm
about it.
This week, I've seen 3 episodes again. Every week, I'm constantly watching it. I mean,
on season 1 or 2?
No, 2.
2 is amazing.
Bro, it's incredible, man.
And so was Rogue One. 2 and Rogue One, to me, fantastic. I loved it. Absolutely loved every moment of it. You know, season 1, I needed a push. I needed a push to get through it. So
I wonder if the releases of the film of the episodes having 3 at a time and them tying them together to be 1 year makes a bigger difference for Rogue One. I mean, for season 1, because we didn't have that in season 1.
No,
There were time jumps a little bit, but it was maybe 2 episodes here, 2 episodes there. But we had to wait every single week for a new epi.
Yeah.
But if you had tied it in like that, 3, and you got 1 year, 3, 1 year, and they all tie into each other, you know, that would have been great.
That was a great formula.
Yeah, it was an awesome formula.
yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I mean, I can't get over how great season 2 was, and it shows. You know, because I mean, look at the comeback of Battlefront 2, which I have to believe has to do with Andor. You know, just people are excited about Star Wars right now. You know, where it's going between Andor, that little leak trailer we saw of Mandalorian, you know, and that everybody's like hyped for those things, you know. Yeah. So it's gonna be cool.
I think they need new. What else do we have? Do we have any new shows announced?
The rest of the year? No, man.
The rest of this year they have there is something
for the end of this year.
Yeah, damn, what is it called? It's not really popular, but damn, I got the name.
Oh, you're talking about the anime?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, the Star Wars Visions.
Visions. That's what it is. Yeah.
Star Wars Visions.
That's
season
this
3.
year. Yeah, that's this year.
Hazard Blue says that let's put him up there since he's in Filoni is glup shitto. His work is nothing but remember berries and toy box crap writing. We need quality work like Andor. You'll agree to disagree there, bro. I mean, I like Andor. I think Andor has great writing and it was awesome. I don't want to see all of Star Wars to be like Andor. I think Andor was great because of how that fit together. Love or hate Filoni's writing or whatever, you know, his storytelling, and people are saying that because of his cartoons and stuff. The prequels would not be as good as it is today without the Clone Wars.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah, it definitely fleshed it out more.
Yep, and the writing in Clone Wars was well done. It was well done. It expanded on everything. You can't knock the Clone Wars. I mean,
not every episode was gold.
No, not every episode.
But it was still pretty good. The toy box issue, it can become that. You know, I don't mind it every so often, but like when you combine the toy box with the surprise guest celebrity of Lizzo and Jack Black, that's a bad formula.
Yeah, but see, I don't attribute that to Filoni though, because like Filoni, I don't think had much hand involvement in the third season of Mandalorian.
I think season 3 had a lot of Kathleen.
So
I think editing or pushing by Kathleen for certain.
Well, that's kind of a problem that we don't really know who. Like, there's nobody really taking the responsibility.
No,
it's just we don't know anything. We're just speculating.
Right, and you know, look at the wins that she's had under her reign, and then also the losses. I think a lot of what her thing is that she doesn't control the directors, and she's kind of like present the story, and okay, go for it, have a good time, you know, and that's why you get things like Tony Gilroy's Andor. It's because you know she saw it and she's like, okay, go for it, and let him do his own thing, and let him do it the way he wanted to do it. I mean, he said that you know he didn't have to fight for what he got. He just made sure that you know you didn't say fuck in Star Wars, but he was allowed to you know use,
he almost did.
Gilroy.
So I'm trying to look for it right now. I just saw an article that he had to fight to get it made because Disney was saying that streaming shows are dead. And I'm trying to find the article because it was an interview and
that's
Kathleen
Disney,
were talking
not
about
Kathleen Kennedy, and Kathleen Kennedy fought for that part.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct, but I think he had a relationship with KK before,
right?
Her and her spouse, so they knew each other, and she went to bat for him.
Right,
they're like, hey, leave him alone, he's okay. Which I don't think Kathleen does for anybody else, even Filoni maybe. I don't think she does. I think she'll meddle, and she'll be like, well, I know just as much as Dave. No, you don't. But that being the case, yeah, you have the reins, you have the president title, and you can do whatever you want, you know. And I'm pretty sure season 3 was not what we expected. Shoot, I don't think Pedro Pascal was happy with season 3 at all.
I don't think so either.
Because the Mandalorian became the Bo-Katan show, and that's fine to give it the Bo-Katan show. but call it the Bo-Katan show. Don't call it Mandalorian, which is what happened to the Book of Boba Fett when they brought in the Mandalorian. He was unhappy.
But look how wildly different all these shows are, right? Like
Yeah.
Mandalorian season 1 and season 2 had a feel for it, had a certain feel.
Yeah.
Season 3 felt completely different.
Way different.
Book of Boba Fett felt very different from
Well,
Mandalorian.
even the ending of season
You know?
2 of Mando, from the ending of season 2 Mando, where you saw him get his armor, where you saw him confront Bo, when you saw him drop off, help him and pick him up and drop the sonic bomb and then drop him off and just take off and show up on Tatooine
These are
and
two
take the
different
throne.
characters.
They're two different characters.
Yeah.
You were like, what the heck happened? That's why Frankie is pissed off and he doesn't want to talk about that show.
Right.
Because the person who was at the end of season 2 was not the person that was in season 3 at all.
Right.
And he would have taken Frankie. I'm speaking for Frankie, but Frankie, would you have taken the character of Boba Fett from season 2 over the Book of Boba Fett?
All fucking day long. That's why I was
There you
excited
go.
about it when
Yeah.
we go back and watch the stream. I was
Yeah.
excited about it because it was
Yeah.
the same director that was going to be doing the whole show.
It's not that he wanted Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett.
Well,
wanna
I mean,
Return
it
of the
wouldn't hurt
Jedi.
anything.
Boba Fett, it wouldn't have hurt, but having what's his name? Was it Rodrigo?
Robert Rodriguez.
Robert Rodriguez doing what he did for Boba Fett. We were like, yeah, this is where we want to go. We had Ride It Like a Bantha.
Yeah, I have him on my dartboard now.
So
Yeah.
Marcel says that Filoni was a big influence on the Acolyte. Was he?
I don't know.
Like, is there an article that says that or something where he came out and said that, he was behind what we saw there? Or was this something of that you didn't have, like, again, you didn't have somebody like Feige saying, this is the path we're taking and these things all need to feel the same. And as much as you love Andor and everything like that, again, I wouldn't want everything to feel like Andor season 1 is because I'd fall asleep.
So it depends on what is your Star Wars. Right. So you got the people that were around for the original trilogy, like the prequels don't hit as heavy for me as the original trilogy does. And then you got some that know more of the original or the prequels that they like that more than the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
They can still watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't bother me. The prequels, was it exactly what I wanted? Nope. I wasn't like as thrilled as I was with the original trilogy, but it didn't screw with those characters. It was introducing some of them, but it was completely new characters, except for Anakin. But you didn't really know Anakin. You knew Darth Vader. You didn't know Anakin. So
you
it was
only
fine.
know the name that Luke said.
Right.
That's it.
So then that's why the sequels don't hit so good, because this sucks. They're screwing with my original characters. And then you have The Mandalorian comes out, and it's like, okay, I like that because we know what a Mandalorian is because of Boba Fett, and Boba Fett was a badass, and that's what the season 1, there's no doubt that's what he was. Kind of took me off a little bit that, hey, I think that should have been Boba Fett, not some new Mandalorian.
Yeah. But they wouldn't, I'm 100% sure they would not let him touch Boba.
Right.
Like
so
if he pitched the Mandalorian, he's like, look, I want to do Boba Fett. You can't use Boba Fett. You got to create another guy. Okay, we're going to call him the Mandalorian. I'll give him a name later on because I'm pretty sure Boba Fett was untouchable.
Maybe.
So then you go into Rogue One. Now you've got this element of what Star Wars was like, and that's what, but it was a more serious story. Didn't have one single lightsaber in it. Had some of the other elements that we appreciate, the star fights and stuff like that, but it was a great story.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the first one, because that was a fresh idea, the original trilogy.
And there were
prequels was expanding on that, and then his story. That was just, it's a good story. Some of these other shows, not everything in The Mandalorian is a good. Some of those episodes suck.
Some of those episodes were weak.
They
fillers. We had a few fillers in there.
Yeah.
We just want a good story.
And I'll ask you, how many fillers were in season 2 of Andor?
Season 2?
No, I don't think there was one.
I don't think there was, but again,
there were parts of the show that were slow, but I don't think there was an episode that was like, this is just a filler. We didn't fit. I think it got slow, but then it picked up on other parts. But
I think it's because of the format, because it was more like little mini movies,
Yeah.
Well,
and I think that's what we need to get back
to that part.
Huh?
Yeah, I think that
rock,
part.
paper, scissors to cut that out.
Yeah,
Which
they
one?
The
wedding?
rock, paper, scissors part.
Oh,
Yeah.
that should have been cut out.
that was part that I felt like, okay, this is just dragging. But the other part expanded and kept the story going. That just slowed it down. And then when you got the exit on Yavin 4, you're like, oh, we know where we're at. And we continued. But yeah, I think there was parts that slowed down. But in the case of Mandalorian, yeah, there were filler episodes. There were episodes that were just literally like the A-Team. The formula of like, hey, we got to go do this so we could get this.
Yeah.
You're going to give us information, but we got to do this for you first. Okay, fine. That's all it was.
And that did give it kind of some charm, a little bit, because it kind of reminded me a little bit at that times, kind of like what was that show back in the day, like Kung Fu? Remember that TV show Kung Fu?
Yeah.
And you just had like an episode that was just an episode. They had it's all inclusive in one thing.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, it's hard to accept that when you have things like Game of Thrones out there, and now Andor season 2. I would have preferred more of Andor season 2 setup for Mandalorian. If it came out, if that was the case, where you had a miniature movie in each part, instead of giving us these episodes that were like, one episode's 40 minutes, next episode's 20 or 15.
That also played a part, because when you're waiting all week and you just had a 40-minute episode and you come in and you're having a filler episode for 26 minutes, like, okay, that just sucked. I got to wait next week for the story to really continue, because all we got was one name drop. It kind of like, remember the episode, I think it was in Bad Batch, where Asajj finally showed up and like, I need you to go to freaking space Everglades just to get her to give you the name. It's like, it was a waste of time. It was a complete waste of time.
So like, Pete, like, I get it. Like, you're right. Somebody's story can change. Problem is that they chose to take a character that you've got one of two type of people that are know Boba Fett. The ones from the original trilogy, or somebody that just saw him coming up in The Mandalorian. So you're not basing your show off of something that people saw in The Mandalorian. You're basing it off of the fan base that knows Boba Fett. Because there's more of them than The Mandalorian Boba Fett. So then we want to see what we've been expecting, the little snippets of what we got in the original trilogy. But we don't get that. So it's the same thing that happened with Luke. We leave off with Luke now becoming this master Jedi. Then you get him in the sequels. What the hell was this about? Why do you switch it? And there's no background to it.
There's no story on how he got.
So it's just all of a sudden Boba Fett's going to start acting like this. Like, it just doesn't, like, this ain't what I signed up for.
Yeah. So
you can do that after you give me his badass side, and then make something during the badass side that made him want to change.
Yeah.
You can't just make him a badass and then make me expect in my head to just follow. Oh, he's more calm now.
Yeah. I don't know why it went that way. Yeah, it's like I don't understand why again, and I feel like this is a situation where they didn't have somebody like Feige saying, okay, this is the general ethos of what the story is supposed to be like, and stay in there.
And they actually did it. How do you go from the Easter egg at the end of The Mandalorian? Did he come in and just stone cold shoots Boba Bib Fortuna?
Yeah.
And then you go into the thing where he's like, I really, I'm just tired of fighting.
Yeah.
It's like, what? No, that does not make any sense.
No,
he just woke up the next morning and felt bad?
There was no development as to what got him there.
Yeah.
Like, he just felt bad because he killed Bib Fortuna? Like, shit, now I got to clean this up because I ain't got nobody around.
Yeah.
Fennec didn't want to do it. It was terribly done.
Yeah, it wasn't done well.
Oh, terribly is like putting it locked.
Yeah, they did a complete disservice to that character.
I feel my blood pressure going up, so we need to change the subject.
Yeah. All right, we'll change the subject then.
but we need good story writing. But to the point of this whole thing is, I'm kind of okay with the announcement just because I feel that they're co-created, so they have some skin in the game. Those are like, I get the beef with Filoni always wanting to make something related to the comics, the characters he created. Can you blame the guy?
But that's what
Who's
he's
to
doing,
say-
though.
Who's
It
to say-
contributed.
well, I mean, but who's to say we wouldn't do the same thing? You create something for Star Wars,
Right.
and it was animated. I'd want to bring it to real life too.
And not
I
just
want to
that it
keep
was
expanding.
animated,
I'd
but
want to
it-
keep expanding on it.
It was
But I think
popular, and people loved it. People
And
loved
people- yeah.
Ahsoka. So why not give him a live action? You know,
See, I don't
why
think
not
it
give him
matters
the-
whether it's animated or not, because that's the argument that people have, that he's for the cartoony stuff. It's because it's kid-like,
No,
and
I
that's
don't think
where
so.
it should be. I feel like that whether
I feel-
story is the same, and like I said, the Clone Wars made the prequels better, and in some cases had better writing in that, and
Absolutely.
better dialogue in that than the prequels did.
To
Yeah.
that argument, I would say that those must be people that just see it as a cartoon and are not really paying attention to the story, because the
Correct.
stories are not cartoonish.
They are not.
Some of
They're
them
for
are not, yeah.
adults. They are straight for adults. You know,
So, yeah,
you're dealing with war. You're dealing with soldiers who are being impacted by war, just on the clones alone. Not even talking about the societies that each Clone Wars episode tackled and what they were going through. You know, and how tribes and how people on different planets were seeing the war and trying to come up with the logic of why we are at war, and aside from the point of view of politicians and all that. It was really good. It was well done. But it was not a kid show at all. Just like Chris is saying, it wasn't a kid show at all.
yeah.
It just had lightsabers. Yo, High Command bringing in the food. What's going on?
Saw your arm. Everyone saw you.
Hey, look at that.
All right.
Wait, where the heck is mine?
All right. Yeah. Do you just, where do we look? To the left?
Yeah.
To the right? Where do we?
My wife ain't like that, bro. That's nice.
I'll ship it.
Ship it. Not UPS, please.
Yeah.
All right. So
Some-
adjacent to this,
Mhm.
Andor season 2 had a deleted scene with Mon Mothma and Perrin.
I heard
You
about
know,
this.
Mhm.
Saw the thing about it, right? You heard about that? Where
Yeah.
where Perrin was supposed to have known all along what Mon Mothma was doing and
Who she was.
who she was, and it was supposed to be like a heartbreaking moment for Mon Mothma. What do you guys think about that? Should that have been kept in?
I would have liked that
Yeah, I would
would've
have
liked
liked
that.
that too.
because you're like, that son of a bitch.
Because they would have shown more
Yeah.
that sacrifice that she did, like leaving
Yeah.
him behind.
Right?
Leaving him and the fact that he was unloved, he was unappreciative, and he was protecting her without her even knowing.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, she's,
Yeah, but then
and he's being, let's say, because I think what they said, he was being interrogated
Yeah, by
all the
ISB
time, and
all
he
the time.
just kept it hidden.
Right.
And she
Yeah.
thought he was gambling, and he thought he was doing, with other women, and he was like, nah, I was protecting you. I knew all along.
Yeah. I
well,
think
what's
like,
the problem
damn.
if they do show it?
Huh?
What's the problem if they do show that scene?
Changes the personality of that character. a
How
little
you
bit.
feel
How you
about
view
Mon
him,
Mothma,
yeah.
how you view her, so and then you can't have that.
Yeah.
You're gonna.
Well, I
not-
don't
like,
think
you're
it's
gonna
how
feel
you
that
view
you-
Mon
Perrin's
Mothma.
character
There's a thing of like that you feel bad for her. I think is what happens there, and then you have more sympathy for Perrin
for him,
because
for him.
at the very end when you see Perrin I was like, man, they should have killed him. That's what I was like. When you see him with that woman, I'm like, man, that's
My
really
man's
dope.
cheating.
He's
He's sleeping with the other guy.
I am
his
curious
wife.
how that scene would have tied in then, though. If he was so protective of her, how did he end up with her? Just because she
Well,
left?
I don't think they could have had that final scene with him.
Right.
No, I don't think they could have.
I don't
Yeah.
think they
No,
would
It
have had
wouldn't,
that
it
final
would have
scene.
made sense.
But
No.
where would that
Oh,
scene
with
have
her-
been cut
yeah.
in? Where would they going to happen to have that cut scene in where he says, "No, I knew all along"? Is it after she has a conversation with Krennic and homegirl is trying to get the sound, the mic off of that thing with Lonnie? Where were they going to put that? Because he was going to have to confront her and say, "No, I knew all along." It can't be at the wedding. Can't be early on. It has
Yeah,
to be
it can't.
way the final episodes.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Her
think
whole
the idea
family
was-
thing-
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think the idea was that she was going to stop off at Chandrila. Why can't I say
Okay.
these names?
Cinderella.
Her
Yeah.
planet.
On the way to Yavin. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh. To pick up some clothes, you got to pick
Yeah,
up
yeah,
some
you got
stuff.
to get some of them outfits
You got
and the
pick up your
music. You got to
kids.
get that track right to listen
Yeah.
to in Yavin.
You got to get that track. You
Lex
need to
knows
bring your
about that.
comic books.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, Perrin's character said, "The Empire visited me every week." He said, "You should have trusted me." Yeah,
That would have been heartbreaking.
I think that would have been
would've
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have
That's
been
pretty
nice.
crazy.
Yeah.
crazy reveal. I think I would have liked to have seen that. Yeah, just
I think that's the only part that bored me was the whole family thing.
the family aspect, right?
Yeah, just kind of. I was like, yeah, it was just like, eh.
But it gave you a perspective like not everything is roses in this woman's world.
Mm-hmm.
It just still doesn't change anything for me.
I mean, to me, it was a sacrifice. She came from wealth. She had means. She had power. She had a lot of things.
Status.
And she gave status. She gave that up to fight for the rebellion, to fight for freedom, like G.I. Joe says. But that being the case, it would have really expanded on her family dynamic. We already saw it kind of like with her daughter, where her daughter was like, she gave her shit. Remember at the wedding? I forgot what she said. I wish you were drunk or something like that.
Yeah.
Remember? I was like, damn, bro, like that's harsh. And that's when she's like, you know what? Put on the music, DJ. I'm gonna give me one.
Oh, I hope her daughter went to Alderaan.
Even Perrin was staring at her like, what the hell is going on? Look at homegirl.
Yeah.
She is letting it go. What's going on? Because her boy was getting snuffed out, bro. Her boy was in the car. Getting
I know, right?
That's it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
I don't know if you guys have seen it this week, but another issue that people are kind of talking about and more like criticizing is the lack of aliens in Andor. I mean, season 1 really didn't have any. Season 2 had a little bit more, but a lot of people are still like complaining, saying that for Star Wars like universe, it just lacks so much. Not having aliens.
I kind of see that too.
Decent point, because you don't really see that many aliens.
Yeah, you did not.
At the wedding, you only saw one in that corridor when she was talking to another senator. There's like 2 or 3 of them there in the corridor, but that was really it.
Yeah, in the hospital scene when they had the grandma ET where she was wheelchairing her up.
And they confirmed that's the ET species.
Is ET species? Yeah. Oh, nice. Phone home.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. I mean, that was also part of my thing where some of the aliens, I think in one of the other shows, they were just speaking basic. And I'm like, why are the aliens speaking basic? They should be.
I don't like when that happens.
Native tongue.
Yeah, they should be in the native tongue.
There should be one, kind of like in the books, Frankie knows, the Wookiee that spoke basic. And, they kind of made fun of him in his own planet. He's like, no, I have a disability. This is a disability on my planet. I should be able to speak Wookiee.
That whole thing was funny. It's an heir to the Empire.
Yeah, heir to the Empire. There you go.
Somebody had said something. I was like, that's interesting right there. What was the name of the planet in Andor season 2 at the end when the Empire just wreaked havoc?
Name
of that planet?
Fuck.
Gorman?
Gorman.
Yeah. There was like, instead of the Gormans, what if they were aliens? Like a species of aliens versus the French humans that
not people. Yeah, not people.
What if it was a race of aliens? The Gormans.
Yeah.
Would that have changed?
It would have been nice to see that.
If they were alien,
it would have been nice. Yeah, it would have been nice to see that. I'm not saying for a reason of, what our current society is going through, but I'm saying just as a Star Wars fan, I'd rather have not had everybody just be human in it.
Right.
That would have been interesting if those spiders would have been like a species.
If they would have been species of the
like
planet,
an alien thing. Yeah.
If they were sentient,
made up to that. Yeah.
It definitely would have made more sense for the Empire, right? Because they look down on the aliens.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
George Lucas just screwed up with the cantina scene is what the problem is.
Yeah.
He put way too many damn aliens in.
And we're like,
like, dude, what's up? You got computer graphics now and you can't even make more aliens?
But I mean, like you think about it, it would have been really cool. I mean, even if it's the Rhodians or whatever from that planet, a whole bunch of Bosk, characters, that would have been really cool just to see that. Just their own society. That would have been nice.
I mean,
everybody can't be a humanoid that looks like a human,
Well, look at, even in the sequels, they did it.
Well, yeah, but in the sequels,
Canto Blight, there was a lot of aliens in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the budget was bigger though.
And the prequels, they even threw in the Naboo. They got the Gungans, to say, hey, we're not all humanoids here. We kind of, some of those are like Jar Jar,
I forgot what the budget was for season 2, but I'm amazed with how great it looked.
I think in comparison between the 2 of them, it was $650 million.
Yeah, far less than Acolyte, and it looks so freaking good.
So much more.
Which makes you wonder where the money went with Acolyte. You know.
Well, you had to pay Carrie Ann Moss, right? Because she ain't taking a little bit of money. I mean, we didn't have any named, like super duper name actors inside of Rogue
No.
One at all.
Yeah.
I
We
bet
didn't have a
Leslie and
Carrie
her
Ann
wife bought a
Moss.
new house.
Huh?
I bet Leslie and her wife bought a new house.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure
Maybe.
they did.
Maybe I gotta wonder if
Okay.
that's where the money went, right?
Yeah, her and her the twin.
Because not for
girls.
nothing, other than Carrie Ann Moss, who else on
Saul
Acolyte was big?
maybe.
He wasn't that big.
He wasn't that big, but who else? We had the kid who was in Game of Thrones, who was
He wasn't that big.
Yeah,
He
there's
wasn't that big.
nobody else on there
Nobody
No.
else.
No,
other than the. Who did you say? The girl?
I said the twin.
Carrie
girls,
Ann
but
Moss.
no.
No,
Well, the
no,
twins
the
weren't
other
that
one.
big.
The other one, the one that played
Oh, X-23.
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 Yeah.
Oh, but
Okay.
still.
I mean, she's
But
getting
she's-
bigger
she's
now,
not-
but
she
still,
ain't-
it's not
she-
like
She
that
wasn't
big
that
either.
level.
Yeah, yeah.
She wasn't that
Yeah.
level.
I'm just saying that would probably be your next step up
Yeah.
she's not a
or
household name.
down.
No.
Yeah, I mean, but you literally had Trinity. All
But
right?
even then,
You
she's
had
Trinity, and I still don't think that she commands that much money.
No.
Mm-mm.
You know? So, yeah, I don't know where the money went there. Oh, well, we'll never know. All I know is Andor was badass. So,
Yeah.
All right, here's another question for you guys.
Oh
My
shit!
brother put this one at me. If
Your brother?
yeah, he hit me up with this just before the show.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We got the George Hermano question.
Yeah.
The Hermano.
You could pick 3 Star Wars movies to keep, and you have to pick one from each of the 3 each of the 3 trilogies. So
Okay, that's easy.
prequels, original, and sequel. You got to
Only
pick
one-
one
one-
from each one.
Okay. It's easy. Empire Strikes Back, Attack of the Clones, and The Force Awakens.
Me and you got the same.
I'm with
That's what I
Frankie on that.
did.
I'm with Frankie. I'm with Frankie on that.
You and
Yeah.
Frankie on that?
Yeah, even though I'd rather
Word.
trade into Force Awakens for something else.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what I picked.
Yeah.
was there another part of the question? Like which one
No,
would you
well, I got
prefer?
a different series of questions, which is gonna
Okay.
it's gonna lead to
'Cause-
something outside of Star Wars. But
So The Force Awakens kind of helps you reclaim Star Wars
Mhm.
in the first trilogy.
Mhm. Yeah, it
'Cause
kind of
that's all
does.
it
I
is.
really enjoyed
That's
Force
all it is.
Awakens.
It's a freaking. It's just a rehash of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys in the chat think about that one? What 3 movies would you keep of the 9? You can only pick one from each of the each of the trilogies.
Yeah, only one.
So only one.
Put in your numbers, so either 3, 5, 7, something like that.
Because the only thing I hate is the only thing I really that would be a bummer is losing the Obi-Wan and Maul fight in the Phantom Menace.
Man, there's a lot that I'll be missing out on there because I do like the Yoda,
I love that fight.
the Maul and Obi-Wan fight. I'd miss out on the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight.
Yeah.
I'm missing out on the Luke and Vader fight at the end because I mean, dude, that music. I think the music sells that
The
fight
music
more
was
than the
there.
fight.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
episode 6.
And Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Nameless, The Phantom Menace, Empire Strikes Back, and The Force Awakens.
Okay. That's a good
Empire
one.
Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith, and Force Awakens. Ken agrees with me
Oh,
and you.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes
Revenge of the
Back.
Sith, The Force Awakens.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
first
I
Revenge of
think
the
the
Sith.
toss up is the Attack of the Clones and the
Yeah,
other one.
only the trilogies.
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
What about
on.
Rogue One?
I mean, if you're gonna go that route, I'd be like Rogue One, Solo.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Solo too. Oh. Yeah.
But
Revenge
yeah,
I'm
of
loving
I
that
mean,
your
of
brother's
those-
getting into it
too.
though. Was your
I mean,
brother
those-
always a Star Wars fan, George?
My brother? No. I'd say
like you.
he's a casual Star Wars fan. Like he watches what I tell him to watch, and he mostly watches to talk to me about it. So like
Yeah.
he watched all of Andor season 2, and he was in love with Andor season 2. Like
Is-
he'd hit
is
me
he
up,
the
he's like,
younger
bro,
one?
did you see the last episode? Which was cool, But like
Is
we
he
saw
the younger brother
um,
or the older brother?
he's younger. Yeah, I'm the oldest. So he's 4 years younger than me. And like he just saw Tales of the Underworld.
Nice.
And he felt okay about it, kind of the same way we did. So he wanted some explanation on what the whole thing was, like when did Asajj Ventress and what's his name become a thing?
Yeah.
Forgot his name
Quinlan.
right now. Quinlan.
Quinlan.
Yeah, he had questions about that.
Yeah. We need a Quinlan show.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
yeah, said New Hope, Revenge of the Sith, and Force Awakens.
those are good.
Mhm.
Although New Hope and Force Awakens are kind of the same movie, so it's like you're watching the same one over again.
Yeah.
So
the only thing I really like on Force Awakens, I always watch the very first trailer when it showed the Falcon. Like,
oh yeah,
I was so hyped up for that damn movie,
dude. But I like that beginning part where they got the Falcon out. I just love that scene. Yeah. That's my ship, and the thing's like crashing into everything. I was like, oh man,
it was pretty funny. It's like, nope, that one's garbage.
Yeah,
which is great.
The garbage will do.
Lewis.
Oh damn, that's funny.
Watch it.
Like, you'll like it.
I promise you'll love it.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, so here's some other questions. This was more of just like, it doesn't necessarily have to be Star Wars here. So this is going to be this is something I also saw. I thought it was pretty fun. And I had another one that I want to do that I'm going to do next week. I'll try it, not next week because I'm on a cruise next week. So hopefully when the week I come back, I'll have it ready for that one. That one's going to take a little bit more work for me to put together.
There's a good question too.
What's that? What name is that?
He said same thing, but which one would you get rid of out of each trilogy?
Oh, Phantom Menace. Gone.
Which one of the trilogy movies would you get rid of? I would get rid of Attack of the Clones, Return of the Jedi, and The Last. Man, Attack of the Clones and Return of the Jedi?
Listen.
Return of the Jedi, Return of the Jedi, Phantom Menace.
Yep.
And then, whatever that last piece of trash was.
No, number 8. I don't
remember the name of it.
Number 8, the Rian Johnson film. Fuck him.
Which one's that one? Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker? I think Rise of Skywalker is the last one, right?
Rise of Skywalker is the last.
What's the
Last
middle
Jedi
one?
I would get rid of.
Those names at the final movies were just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi.
All right. Yeah. I would say Last Jedi. I wouldn't get rid of Return of the Jedi. I like Return of the Jedi. I'd probably get rid of A New Hope.
That's the weakest one for me. What?
Dude, I watched Return of the Jedi first. Yeah, go. See ya.
No, I know you watched it first, bro, but nah, you can't get rid of it.
Dude, but you see, it's weird when you see it the other way. Like for you guys who saw A New Hope in theaters at the beginning, it's mind-blowing. And I understand that.
Yep.
But as a kid, I was 5 or 6 when I saw Return of the Jedi, and that was the first one I saw. So it's like I went from the fight, the space battle of Andor, which is insane, compared to what you get in the original Star Wars before the updates.
Right.
Because there was, and they even make fun of it in Family Guy. He's like, let's lose the Star Destroyers, and he like listfully moves to the left. And he's like, that's your big move? He's like, you just move listfully to the left? He's like,
and I get that. I can see that because I remember, what you saw for Return of the Jedi is what I got to feel for A New Hope. But then I remember when I was living in Germany and then you saw the trailers when all the ships were coming at you for the, there's like,
that's
hell yeah. I want to rescind my membership.
That's funny, man. Yeah, man. I love Return of the Jedi.
Next week, we're going to start a new stream.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like A New Hope, even now, it has its slow moments. So
it does have its slow moments, but
Ralph made it all. Ralph,
made it all. That set the foundation.
It did. It absolutely
set the foundation. And let me tell you,
fucking blow your phone up all night now.
Return of the Jedi was great. I love Jabba's palace.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you,
Jabba's palace was great, but Jesus Christ,
keep hitting it.
The
Don't
Ewoks
stop. Don't even let off of it.
Pissed me off. I hated the Ewoks.
Dude, the Family Guy trilogy is hilarious. I love that. I agree with Ryan on that.
Oh,
I love that series. That's like my favorite of the Family Guy series is that.
All right. So what was your question? Since you and Raph got my blood pressure back up.
All right. So this is just some questions about movies, right? All right. Name a classic. It doesn't have to be Star Wars. It could be something else. A classic film that still holds up the best. You guys in the chat can answer this one too.
Godfather.
Your Godfather?
I love Godfather. I can watch that every day.
Okay.
What's the other one? Goodfellas. I can watch it every day.
All right.
Aliens, I could watch it every day. Every day. I could quote lines from that sucker.
All right, for your classic
Aliens.
movie that you like.
Aliens.
Aliens.
Yes,
Two.
Aliens.
Aliens 2, 1980 something.
Oh man, other than Star Wars, what do I watch every time?
I mean, it could be Star Wars. It could be Empire Strikes Back. If that's your movie.
I mean, that's Empire Strikes Back. It's just
that is a great movie, regardless.
I don't know. I have to have watched that movie.
The League of Their Own.
That's not just a good Star Wars movie. It's a great movie.
Yeah. Oh, The Abyss.
The Abyss. That's a good one.
That was a good movie too. Yeah.
That is a good one. I said A Bronx Tale.
That's a good
A
one.
Bronx Tale.
I love A Bronx Tale.
Yeah,
I've never seen that one either.
No? Oh my God, I love that movie. I could watch that over and over.
Here
Sonny.
we go.
Yeah, bro.
Rocky.
Rocky.
You know, man. Rocky. Yeah, Rocky's good.
Yeah, Rocky.
My all-time classic is Scarface.
Scarface.
Oh, Scarface. Yeah, dude.
Love that movie, bro.
See, if it's a gangster movie, if like mob movie, I'm taking Goodfellas every day.
I liked Carlito's Way better than Scarface.
Carlito's Way was good.
Carlito's Way is good too.
But
Goodfellas right there. OG Jurassic Park.
Ah, yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, mine's a little newer, but
Yeah.
Or
No, it's the
I've
next
actually-
one. If it's newer, it's the next one. Classic. I mean, I don't. If it's classic, for you, it's
okay,
classic. Go ahead.
classic. Okay, well, if you got one that's for newer stuff, I'll wait for that.
What's the newer one? I'm curious.
The Gentleman.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
watched that thing like at least 10 times.
Weird
Okay.
Science.
The one with Matthew McConaughey.
Weird
that show is
I
Dude.
love that.
Leviathan.
that
I saw that in the
movie.
theaters, man. I remember that film.
damn. What if
an oldie that my eyes light up every time I see it being announced. Clash of the Titans.
Ah, the
Oh,
original one
the original one?
Yeah.
with the owl.
Yeah.
I love that freaking movie.
I tried to show that one to my kids recently. They couldn't sit through it. They tried. They did. They're like, "What's up with the owl, Dad?" I was like, hey, "It's just part of the movie."
So classic, I think for me. Yep. Ryan, and I didn't even see. I just saw it when I looked over at First Blood.
Yep.
I
Rambo.
could watch that. Yep, I could
That
watch
was good.
that over and over and over.
Terminator 2.
Oh,
Yeah, Terminator 2. I remember when that came out. That was sick.
I think I saw
Oh.
that thing like 6
I'd
times
say
in the theaters.
Terminator 1.
One of my
I would
favorite.
watch one
True
over two.
Lies. True Lies was a good one.
Oh,
True Lies,
yeah, I
every
really
day.
like True Lies.
Yeah.
Every day.
I really like True Lies. That was good. Or shit, one that I haven't seen in a while. I guess it would be classic now. Is American Pie. When that movie came out, I laughed my ass off watching that movie.
That's a
Mine
good
was a
movie
little
too.
different. So like Airplane,
Oh,
Base
dude,
Hayes.
Porky's.
Porky.
Oh, boy,
Come on.
classic, bro. That's real old school.
84.
Yeah.
Oh, right here, bro.
Commando.
Commando was the
Commando.
music.
Yo,
yes.
Commando. Yo, they
Yes.
had those one-liners with
Home of
Commando.
the wine-liners. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
To the chopper.
You had a fall.
Back to the chopper.
Yeah. Where does
Stick
it all
around.
Pulp
That was a stick
Fiction.
around one too. Pulp Fiction's a good one.
Yeah.
Fiction's a good one. Naked Gun.
Gun.
Yeah.
Gun.
Who you calling
Naked
Shirley?
Gun.
Roger.
Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah, man, those are good.
Dude,
Ryan's on
Airplane.
a roll.
Airplane definitely on the
cousin Vinny.
comics.
Yeah, Airplane is funny as shit.
Cousin Vinny was funny as shit too.
Yeah.
All right, next one. All right. So, a movie or TV show that you recently saw that has now become your new favorite.
Mobland.
Mobland. There you go.
That we recently saw. We
That
had
you
seen it
recently
already
saw.
before.
Dude, Mobland is the shit.
That we had seen it
It
before, though.
trumps
No,
everything
no.
you guys are
Like,
thinking
I
of.
mean, obviously, you recently, like in the last, within this year.
The year.
I'll
last
tell you,
year.
I saw the second Tron movie.
Oh, okay.
That one, I mean, it's not as popular and stuff like that, but
I like
man,
that one.
It was really good. It was
There's
well
another
done.
one?
The
The
second, one.
Oh, I didn't even seen it.
You didn't
Oh,
see the
really?
I
second
didn't like the first one.
one? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
the first one was really hard to watch, and I
You're talking about
the
the
other-
first remake, right?
It wasn't
No,
a
a remake.
It
It's
was a
it's a
continuation.
sequel.
Oh, it's the second. Okay, I got you now. No, okay, yeah. No, I like the first one only
Yeah.
because I was younger, so it hit different for me. But
Yeah.
Fubar.
this new one, I didn't like it.
That's
Seeing
the new one
Schitt's
with
Creek
Arnold.
Schitt's Creek is funny,
Schitt's Creek.
dude.
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek is.
I gotta
funny.
see Schitt's Creek.
Dude, that show is so damn funny.
All right.
But yeah, I just recently saw the
Reacher,
Tron film. and
Reacher.
The second one.
Reacher's good.
Reacher.
Reacher's good. Reacher's good.
The what's his name? The new guy, the big guy.
Oh, the new Reacher.
Yeah, not.
Oh
Tom
no,
Cruise
the
Reacher.
new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Lost. Okay.
Bro, let me tell you, Ryan, I'm working on the family tree and I keep Lost on in the background all night long, dude. And I'm on like second time watching it in a row from working on the tree. Love the
Really?
show.
So you can watch that twice, but you can't watch Mobland once.
That's my life, bro.
You set yourself up there, bro.
Send me some dice, man.
I'm gonna watch some Mobland after this. I'm gonna go put that on before I go to bed. Alien Earth looks fun.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, Yellowstone. That's good.
Monarch.
and
Legacy
Monarch.
of Monsters. So Monarch was great setup for all the recent Godzilla movie. That's like
Godzilla.
It's great.
Yellowstone is an amazing show.
And I just love the dynamic of father and son playing the same character.
Gems.
You guys might find this one a little bit gay.
I've not heard of that one.
Righteous Gemstones. That's funny.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. 4 seasons. I just saw this recently. My wife put it on, and then it's one of those that I was like, I don't really want to watch this. It's got what's his name? Steve Carell, isn't it?
Okay.
Oh, is he the one getting divorced?
Yes. The TV show is about a group of friends that are couples, and Steve Carell wants to divorce his wife.
Yeah.
And then the dynamics that happen between the couples through it. It's funny. It's actually a really funny show. And I liked it more than I thought it was. I want to see Murderbot. I absolutely want to see Murderbot.
Murderbot, yeah. Sopranos is a classic one.
The Office was great.
The Office, you leave
The
that
Office
on.
was funny.
Yeah, leave that on.
Do you?
Same thing with Big Bang Theory.
I used to see Sopranos getting filmed here all the time.
What's up, Rex?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
City, yeah, different towns around here. Yeah.
Really?
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Rex it effects. What's up?
Are you in the background anywhere?
No, they don't even let you into the perimeter.
What? It's on. It's no. Where Jake Justin?
The Accountant 2. I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I haven't seen part 2
My
yet.
favorite.
John Bernthal in it too.
Queen of the South. That shit is
Queen of the
yeah.
South.
Oh, yeah?
gangster, bro. Mexican cartel chick.
Oh,
I gotta
Narcos, bro, with
Dude.
Pedro.
Bad, bro.
Dude,
Narcos with Pedro is absolute fire.
Kim was watching that Queen of the South, and she's like, "I'm learning so much shit." I'm like, "Do not be saying none of that shit out in the public. You're fucking white. Don't say that
shit." I want to see Sinners also. I heard Sinners is really good.
Listen, my daughters came over for vacation and said, "Dad, we're going to take you to the movies just to see this. You gotta see it."
Did you see it?
I
Rick and
couldn't
Morty.
see it because my mom was in town and I was taking care of her, and she's a little bit slower. Like, Mama, we're gonna have to postpone this when I come to Miami. She's like, "Dad, the movie is fucking phenomenal."
Okay, I gotta watch that one.
She
Shit.
said it's crazy. I seen that clip with what's her name? Ailey?
Oh, I know.
Hawkeye? Yeah,
she looks like she's like the teeth and all that. I was like,
that one, and the one that was she's talking with Michael B.
with the words.
Yeah,
What she said out of her mouth. I mean, that's hard, bro.
Yeah, like you kiss my cuckoo. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what?
Like,
I still see her as the girl from Bumblebee. You know, it's like it's
Yeah,
hard for me
yeah,
to-
He was in Bumblebee.
Hey, Amazon Prime, The Accountant 2 is on there for free if you have the Prime Video.
Prime membership.
Nice. Yeah, dude, they've been promoting the hell out of it. Did I tell you guys with Amazon? If you have Amazon Prime, they send you a once a month. They'll send you free tickets to a movie theater close. Whatever movie theaters at your house, nearby your house. You get 2 tickets and I think a bucket of popcorn, and you can go see whatever movie is the movie they're promoting. Accountant 2 was it?
You have to sign up for something like that.
No, Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
It'll come in your email.
Oh no.
Nameless. It's on there now. I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I can click watch now, which I'll be watching after the stream.
Justin Jacobs said that 5 minutes ago. All right, I gotta check that out. That's awesome. All right, here's another one.
There's an echo in here.
Hit it.
Here's another one. A movie that reminds you of somebody special to you.
Oh, Empire Strikes Back.
All right.
Your daughter.
And it's everybody that I meet that through that.
Okay.
That's what that movie, that's what it really Star Wars is all about for me, is family, because growing up in the military, you move around so much, especially the job that my dad had. So we moved like every year and a half. So I was always changing schools. So my parents were, they fed into the whole Star Wars thing for me. So it's always been about family. So anybody else that, me and you've been friends how long now? And then everybody else I met, everybody in chat, I mean, it's all family. So whenever Empire Strikes Back comes up, that's what I think about.
True. I agree with that. Nameless and Xena, a movie that reminds you of somebody special to you. Ryan is saying Field of Dreams. Why is Field of Dreams special to you, bro? Or who does that remind you of?
And secondly, it would be Dazed and Confused for everybody I smoke weed with.
What's up, Santino? Bryant saying Jumanji, 1995. I love Jumanji. That's a great movie. That's a fun movie. For me, it's like it's a toss up between Return of the Jedi and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Return of the Jedi for similar reasons to what Frankie said, but mostly because that's the first movie I saw with my father. But Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Reminds me of my dad. It just does. I feel like and it's funny. My dad doesn't really like Harrison Ford as an actor, you know. But when I see Harrison Ford and the way he acts in the movies, he reminds me of my dad. That's exactly how my dad acts. Yeah. You know. So it's like, why don't you like this guy? He's just like you. So
yeah, every time I think of like certain films, it's like who I was with. So Star Wars, you know, A New Hope, Empire, and Return, they were all with my parents, especially my dad. It's because I saw A New Hope with him. Grease was my mom. She wanted to see that. You know, my wife, I think the first movie we saw was 2 Weeks Notice with Hugh Grant and Sandra Bullock, you know, and stuff like that. So,
see, for me, my mom would be Spaceballs.
Oh,
isn't that weird?
She took you to see it?
No, she brought this thing home.
I remember the story because she was laughing her ass off.
Yeah, she comes home and puts this thing on. I'm like, I think maybe 10. I mean, and then she puts this on, and my mom could not stop laughing. I mean, she was cackling the whole way. I don't think she even saw the movie because she was laughing so freaking much at everything. So it was so funny, man. And it's like anytime I see the movie, I just hear her laughing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like I had an event like that with my uncle was Back to the Future. We were in Puerto Rico. He rented it. He hadn't seen it, and it was not dubbed or anything. He couldn't understand it, but he was cracking up with Dr. Emmett Brown. He was just crying, and I'm like, dude, this is hysterical for him. It just reminds me of him all the time.
Dude, some of these aliens reminds me of my sister.
That's my neighbor's dad. Yeah.
What about you, Flex?
Snoke said Godfather Part 2 reminds me of family.
I love 2 is great too.
Oh, Fred, Stripes.
Stripes. That's a good movie.
A classic film.
That is a good
Army training, sir.
Yeah.
Is there a movie on this flight?
Abbott and Costello.
Oh yeah.
One, two.
So reminds me of my mom would be the Monkeys. She was the one that said, she's like, it was on Nickelodeon one time, they're doing a marathon. She's like, come here and watch this with me. We sat there and watched it. I was like, oh, God, I don't want to do this. And then it was summer too.
The TV show?
The TV show. Yeah. And then sat down, started watching, and I was freaking hooked. I'm like, okay, we're gonna watch some more, right?
That's the thing. Like me and my wife do that like crazy. Like right now, I don't remember what we were watching. We were done with it. And she's like, oh, we were watching Suits. And she's like, okay, what are we gonna watch now? I'm like, I don't know. And we just put on ER. We're like on the end of season 1. It's got 15 seasons. She's like, that's what we do. We binge it. You know, we did that with Game of Thrones, and she was the one like, you want to see it? I'm like, I haven't seen it except for the first episode. It's kind of strong. I don't know if it's up your alley. She was like, this thing is so good. I'm like, yes, let's go.
My wife gets me hooked on everything though. Like she puts something on and then she like loses interest in it in like 2 episodes. Starts being on the phone, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like now I'm into it because I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, now you want to know.
And then she's just like, what's happening? I'm like, well, if you got off your damn phone, you can watch it with me, and then we know, you know.
Yeah.
So, Flex, man, you didn't answer any of these, bro. What's up? Well, you did answer some of them. What did you answer? What's a movie that reminds you of somebody special?
This shit.
It does sound a little bit gay. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, it's gonna be sappy.
But Wizard of Oz, bro.
All right.
Growing up, you know, me, my 2 brothers, and one of our first cousins, who's a girl, obviously, she used to live upstairs. So we used to always play Wizard of Oz. I was always the Cowardly Lion and Dorothy, and Scarecrow, fucking skipping around in the hood, you know, acting like it was. So,
that's good. Yeah. That's a good story.
Awesome.
Yo, but that's what we did as kids, man. Like when for me, when it was X-Men, would like me and my friends would all be characters from the cartoon, right? Wolverine, Gambit, whatever. So my mom had this like really long trench coat, right? My brother loves Gambit. So, you know, I'm Wolverine. I got some pencils in my hand as I'm Wolverine. And my brother comes out wearing my mom's trench coat because he's Gambit with some playing cards and runs the coat through the freaking mud, bro.
Oh,
I mean, just messes that coat up, bro. And my mom comes home and sees this. She is pissed off, bro. And I'm like, it was funny.
but I'm
yeah,
Gambit.
Dude.
Hey, but he looked like him.
Yeah.
No.
That's funny, Flex. Playing Wizard of Oz in the hood.
See, and I was playing Star Wars with my cousins. Had
We're
two
off to
girls-
dodge some bullets.
We were-
The Wiz.
I had
That
two
was the
girl
Wiz, not Wizard of Oz.
That was
With an afro.
the Wiz. I had two girl cousins, and one of them was always Princess Leia. The other one was like, "Sorry, you're Chewbacca." You know, he's like, "I don't want to be Chewbacca."
Yep, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, Bachelor Party. That was a good
Drugs
one.
to the left, hookers to the
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. That is a great movie.
Isn't there like a goat or something in that movie?
Yeah, the goat was in the party.
Yeah, yes. Sniffing lines and shit.
Yeah.
That was a freaking great movie, man. Tom Hanks back. I mean, he's still a good actor, but those older movies,
Yeah.
he was hilarious.
Oh, Big. Remember
Splash.
Big?
Big
Splash.
Splash. Yeah. There was something about the 80s movies, man. Just
Yeah.
All
filled with a lot of
ideas.
wonder.
Great.
Weird science.
Yeah.
We're science. Somebody said it earlier.
Did y'all ever
Ferris
see the
Bueller's.
toy?
Oh,
ever
the
see the
toy
toy?
was Richard
Richard
Pryor.
Richard Pryor, Jackie
Oh,
Gleason.
yes. Yes, that was funny.
They don't
Or,
even let you make
Bruce
movies
Hurt.
like that no more.
The Jerk.
The jerk.
The Jerk
Somebody's shooting them pans.
Martin, I
Y'all ever
love that.
see damn, what was it? Was it it's not
Bruce-
Now You See Me.
Brewster's Millions.
Yeah,
Brewster's Millions was good.
That was
That was
great.
funny.
John
There,
Candy.
there was a movie with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder where one's blind and one's deaf.
Yes,
Trading
I remember
Places.
that. Trading
With what-
Places. Like,
No,
Was that
no,
it?
that's Eddie Murphy. No, that's Eddie Murphy's.
Oh, that was Eddie Murphy's movie. That's right.
See no evil, hear no evil, something like that.
Is that what it is? I think it's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, that was great. That was funny as shit.
Wilder was amazing, dude.
He was
Wilder,
yeah.
He
Both
was.
of them
I
were.
mean,
He was.
so
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles. Yes.
Classic.
I can't even find it to stream it, bro. To show it
Well,
to my
yeah.
son-in-laws. I can't find it to stream it.
I got the
Pink
DVD.
Panther movies.
We don't
Classic.
need no stinking badges.
They're crazy.
Oh, Pink Panther movies. Yeah.
Oh, those were good, man. Those were good, bro. They're funny shit. Good one.
Nobody
He's
would
like,
make
hamburger.
these movies these days. Like, you can't even make Tropic Thunder today, man.
No, not anymore.
no
Yeah.
more.
Tropic Thunder was great though.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder was great. Mind you, he did that the year that Iron Man came out.
Yeah, that's
What it
true. He
was?
did do that, right?
Yeah.
I like did you ever hear the story on that one with this dude Jack Black? Because
No.
they had him riding a buffalo or something like that, or a bison, I think is what it
Uh-huh.
was. And they wanted him to ride a real bison, and he's afraid of animals. So they have him on this bison, and he's going along with it, and the freaking bison bucks and throws him off the bison. He lands on his side and bruises himself really
Oh,
good. They're like,
crap.
well, we need to get you back on the bison. He's like, fuck that bison, I ain't riding that shit no more. Fucking walks
Oh,
That's your dog bite. Yep. The vacation movie, National Lampoons.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, those are funny.
That there's
Does
an
it-
RV, Clark. Don't get too attached to it.
Those are your dog bite. Turner and Hooch. That makes me think of that. Turner and Hooch was good.
oh yeah. Oh,
That's
there was
slobber and
there
ass
was a.
dog.
I saw a video one time with Jodie Foster. When she used to make films when she was a kid. She was a kid actor. So
Yeah.
one of them was with a lion,
Mhm.
and she tells a story that that there was no safety back in the day. It
Nope.
was just like, yeah, we're gonna bring
I've
the
seen
lion.
that. I've seen that in an
It's
interview.
like the lion attacked her, and everybody just darted off.
Yeah, everybody ran off.
Yeah.
Really?
she's
They
like,
left her
Yeah,
there?
they freaking
left
left
her
her.
there.
Somebody
They
came
left
back.
her
There.
there.
Somebody went and got her. But yeah,
Yeah.
it did its little pouncing thing, and they freaking
Yeah. They're like they
she
bounced.
said
They're like,
everybody
"I'm out."
split.
How did she protect
She
her?
She
didn't
got
get, like,
lucky.
the-
She got lucky.
Yeah, the lion stopped or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like they
Wow.
left her, dude.
One person came back, but it was after like it calmed down. But
That is crazy.
Man, that is scary. How young was she for that one?
She was just a kid, dude. Yeah, she was a kid.
Pobrecita. That must have been scary.
Oh yeah, let me see. Jodie Foster.
You guys remember Harry and the Hendersons?
Yeah.
Yes.
Movie. I must have seen that movie like 20 times over.
That AI thing I sent you, George, that's what it was reminding me of, was Harry and the
Which
Hendersons.
that is a great series. I don't know who's producing that AI series.
That was John Lithgow, wasn't it? The movie?
Yes, it was John Lithgow, I think.
Yeah.
That was a good movie though. But
The Great Outdoors.
Oh, dude, that's another good one.
What's the name of that movies? What was the name of that when it was like an alien and he had like a backpack and shit and he was always sticking his middle finger up?
Oh, that's the one that we just Joel just made the model of. Paul.
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah. That's hysterical.
Jodie Foster was 8 to 9 years old when she made that Lion film.
Wow.
Yeah.
Napoleon and Samantha.
Napoleon and Samantha, yeah.
Jaws. Ryan, Jaws is a movie that has still left me afraid of the freaking ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. She said that a lion, a stand-in for the movie's main lion, Zamba, unexpectedly picked her up, held her sideways, and shook her like a doll.
Wow.
In her mouth, bro. In her mouth.
While the trainer eventually told the lion to drop her, the incident left Foster with scars on her back and stomach and a lifelong fear of cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't say.
Wow, man.
That's crazy.
Because of Jaws, bro.
It was on the Graham Norton show. She told
that guy has a lot of good clips, man.
Oh yeah, that dude's
Graham. He has a lot of good clips.
Him and Craig Ferguson.
What are you saying,
Craig,
Flex?
yes, Craig does.
No,
but
they mentioned Jaws. Because of Jaws, till this day, bro. As old as I am, you won't catch me in a swimming pool like at night.
Oh, in a swimming pool?
In a pool?
I'm okay in a pool. It's the ocean.
It's the ocean.
I just see that fin, man, coming at me in the pool. Nope.
Yeah.
Especially the ocean's even worse now when you can see them damn things swimming in knee-deep water.
Yeah,
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But they're starting to find like some sharks are swimming into fresh water.
Yeah.
Into ponds and shit.
Yeah, they're crossing.
Tales from the Crypt. I used to watch that.
Oh man, they need to bring that back.
Show.
They need to bring that back.
Crypt Keeper.
Mac and me, bro. That alien scared me, Mac.
Dude, the gremlin in the Twilight Zone movie freaked me out for a long time. And the rabbit that popped up out of that thing.
Orca, it's great.
Orca is great.
Lewis, Orca.
Oh, Lewis Piranha, the Piranha movies.
Yeah, don't see Piranha.
Go check out Orca. I saw that in a theater with my grandma. I was like, holy shit. And it was a killer whale, bro.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yo, you ain't lying, Miles. It's the truth. We got freaking gators all over the place over here. But
yeah, I got one in the backyard.
And they climb fences.
They do.
I didn't learn that till like a year ago, and I'm like, you're freaking kidding me.
Yeah, they climb fences.
I have not had. I mean, I've seen gators in my neighborhood, but I have not had one in my like general vicinity of my house.
Oh, that you know of?
Yeah, maybe not. And I don't know. When I wake up in the morning.
Wait. Explain that, bro. In your neighborhood?
Yeah, so in my neighborhood,
like casually walking around like squirrels.
Yeah,
no. So my neighborhood has got a lot of big lakes. My neighborhood has got a lot of big lakes.
Okay.
So yeah, I've seen them sometimes. In the water. I've seen them, and they're not huge. They're like maybe like 5 feet.
Yeah, the shit will hurt.
It will absolutely. It scared the shit out of me. Like we hear the splashing, I take off running. But I do, bro. I remember one day I went for like a morning jog. Yeah, and then the freaking gator like splashed in the water scared me so bad that I just like took off running, and then I ended up with like back pain for like a couple of weeks.
That's what I love when city people make up shit for the countryside.
What's that?
But I wasn't making
up
shit.
Like squirrels?
Yeah, he can't relate.
So we got here squirrels.
You got rats, bro.
No, bro, you got rats. Well, that's New York. That's New York. That's New York.
That's New York. Jersey.
Well, they do have alligators in the sewer too.
That's true. I saw Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I saw Ninja Turtles.
The craziest thing Flex has in his neighborhood is people with concrete feet.
Yeah.
Flex, look at the video I just put in the Instagram chat. You can see mine.
You get crazy gators.
I had one in my next door neighbor's house.
Yeah.
And he was just walking in the street.
You and Eben.
Yeah.
Speaking of, make sure you
Where
tune
is
into the
he?
Spice Runners tomorrow.
Yes, 9 o'clock.
Yes.
Bring your
You're
own
gonna love
drink.
that show. Bring your drinks. Come to that show.
I have
yeah,
venomous snakes is what we have here.
Yeah, you get snakes. But yeah, where Ralph is at, he gets, gators and bears and all kinds of crazy shit out there.
Yeah.
Oh, you get bears too?
Yeah, we've had bobcats, bears, everything out here.
Bobcats. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Yeah. We hear them mating in the backyard, like in the woods. They're like, rah, 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 and they're like going at each other. You're like, oh, it's a good little rough
It's
over
safer
there.
where I'm at, dude. I get deer, a little bit of gators and smaller gators, but I get deer.
I get deer. I get deer and turkey.
You just don't see them because deer is a food source. So you got them around there.
Yeah, but that's true. And we do have a lot of deer, like I get like missing. 4 or 5 of them in my neighborhood that come in my yard sometimes.
Yeah. But I've seen some that are missing after a while. They just disappear.
Shit. Yeah. All I see is cats, pigeons, and squirrels.
Man,
we got bears here. We got a pack of coyotes.
Wow.
I saw a squirrel die the other day, man. Traumatized my daughter. Felt so bad.
What? Get hit by a car?
Yeah, there was a car maybe 3 car lengths in front of me, and it ran right over. I saw the squirrel come across the street, and it hit. And when it hit, it was the weirdest thing. The tail went up like this, and then it came down just like that, man. And my daughter caught it. I caught it. I was just like, oh shit! She's like, did that squirrel just die? I'm like,
we had one time. It was out when we lived out in the country. We had some big trees, and me and Kim were standing outside talking, and because some people were moving in next door to us, and they were clearing the land out. Dude, out of nowhere, this squirrel falls from the tree, hits the ground, bounces 3 feet back up, and lays down, and it just laid there, and we're like, "Holy shit!" Right between us.
Yeah.
Dude, 30 seconds later, it got up and ran off.
He's like, I'm all right.
Just recovering.
I'm good.
I'm okay.
I'm good.
I'm okay.
Yeah. So that gator's in the back of your house?
Ooh,
that gator's in the back of my house.
Shit, man.
Wait till you see the one I'm going to add to the chat now. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. See
crazy. He's got big gators. Damn. That was him. I put a 9-foot fence in the backyard.
Yeah. Hell no, nameless.
There's one.
That'd be George's favorite movie, Arachnophobia.
Oh God.
Yeah, I had a hard time watching that one. Oh, man, might be. Now I'm gonna have bad dreams. That movie freaked me the fuck out, bro. Made me even more scared of spiders.
Yeah.
Just bears and cougars, cat type cougar, not just the older lady.
And whenever I go to my parents' house in Florida, it takes me a day to get used to all the lizards and shit. I'm like, yo, what is up with all these freaking lizards, bro?
Yeah, we do
it
got a lot of
that.
It takes
me a day to kind of adjust. After that, I'm all right.
So Ralph's alligator on the screen. I gotta see if I can.
Dude, that's funny.
Let me see if I can send this.
You're gonna send it in Messenger?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I send it in Messenger to you.
All right,
here you go. And we're gonna go to Facebook.
Oh hell no!
Let me
Ken was 20 hours away from getting his herpetologist certificate. You dealt with all them poisonous or venomous crap, didn't you?
Recent albums.
Boone Viper.
You said we have.
Bro, I cannot do snakes.
Yeah, man. In Australia, y'all got some crazy animals in Australia.
Crazy spiders.
Yeah, and ants.
There's
got a lot of things that could kill you out there.
Yeah.
I think the air can kill you out there.
That's why they're so big and tough, man.
I just sent it to you in Messenger, George.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, he does, Kaz.
Yeah, I actually got a big flashlight that I go outside and I check before I bring out the dog.
You should be bringing Garboon Vipers. That's it. Or Gaboon.
Look at that. That's civilization, Flex.
That's about the size of the gators.
That's
in
my
neighborhood.
house right there, bro.
That thing can move fast too.
Yeah. I know. He's over there. Are you videotaping that?
Yes.
How close were you to this thing?
Bro, I mean, look at that. That thing's right there.
I know. Why are you that close to that thing, bro?
I was trying to shush it away. There were a whole bunch of kids playing.
Shush it away?
You were trying to shush it away? Was he listening?
Like Archangel.
That ain't no freaking cat, dude.
That's Jesus crazy. Christ. You look like you're about 5 feet away from that thing.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Dude, if he turned on you, you wouldn't be able to run.
That's a smaller one.
I
there
know.
was another one that actually went to that door, that house right there. He went to the door and he started pressing the doorbell. and the neighbor caught him because he has one of those glass windows. He's like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah, I saw
Came
that.
out through the back. And like,
Ralph,
nah.
you would have been dead if that thing turned around on you. With your
Yeah, if he
asthma,
would've
you couldn't
turned
get away from
around,
that thing
Dude,
fast
with
no.
enough.
my asthma, I would have been dead. I
He
would have
would
been
have
like a
slipped in his own
tauntaun.
shit.
Damn.
Crazy.
You would have slipped in your own shit, fell, and it would have ate you.
I think I'm sending you another one so you can see it. And,
Oh my
and the
God.
last one,
Shit.
which with the dog.
Yeah, when I moved to Florida, bro, I am doing everything with my AR. I would be grilling in the backyard with my AR. I would be
Can I
mowing the
pet your
lawn with my
dog? Can
AR.
I pet your lizard?
That's
Look
crazy.
at the one with the dog, George.
I'm
This
is
is
this
me.
the
I
one with
was
the dog?
driving, Flex. Flex, look at this. I'm driving. Homeboy's just strolling along.
No, dude.
Is that the same one?
Yeah, it was the same one. That's when I pulled over. Like, nah.
Man, I think it's creepy. Like the
And
way
he
it's got
went
its back
underneath the
arched like
car.
that.
He went underneath that car. So I had to
Yeah.
tell the neighbor, like, don't come out, bro.
Hey, he laying down flat. You can't
Yeah.
see me. I'm
Yeah, you
blending.
Look at him. Like, you can't see him on the same color of the street.
He's a good 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Dude.
the other video.
Yeah, he's sitting there like, I know somebody around here's got a dog.
So that's my backyard. That's my backyard. I'm at the fence line. And I'm zooming into homeboy. I got a bank right there. And he's just staring. I'm like, what is he staring at, son of a bitch? And then I'm like,
your dog.
he's looking at my dog. Can I pet your dog? My dog's like looking around like, what's going on? I'm like, you're about to become supper, bro.
He's completely
They're about to
oblivious.
eat you. He was trying to eat me. That's
Look
it
at
right
him.
there.
He's like,
That's
They
crazy.
got him
man.
though. I had to call Fish and Wildlife. They came in, they took him out. They killed him because he was over 5 feet.
dude, you should have just Steve Irwin'd his ass.
Oh yeah, that's it. You would have seen me on the news. Puerto Rican man dies trying to Steve Irwin a gator in the backyard.
OBP is like, yo, that gator that small wouldn't be too bad.
I see Susan Purse.
How many gator attacks take place each year? Not that many, man. Although one happened at Disney recently, but you know,
Yeah.
I got,
happens.
you know, as bad as I feel for that family,
You don't.
how do you have your kid in
Yeah.
the water at Disney World, you know, in at night? That just doesn't make any
Dude,
sense, man.
No.
Freaking, so when I went with that, the one time I've been to Disney, me and Seth Park, right? And he's like, you know where that kid got killed over here at Disney? I'm like, yeah. He goes, yeah, it was right here. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, there are instances
And there's
like
signs everywhere.
yeah,
everywhere.
like if the canals actually when you're
Yeah,
walking
there's
your
signs
dog,
all over the
it
place.
says
Yeah.
please be aware of the wildlife and there's our reptiles and they
Yeah.
have pictures of alligators and snakes. Some little old lady just walking her dog, a little Yorkie, really close to the bank of a canal with no fence or anything. Gator just comes swimming, takes the dog, takes the old lady.
Who made that comment?
Dude, on May 4th, when I was at when we went to Disney for this past year, I was staying at the I can't remember the name. Port Riverside, I think is what it was. So Riverside Port, it's meant to make it look like you're camping in the outdoors. That's kind of like the theme of the whole hotel.
Yeah.
So I get there and I realize that I don't have toothpaste, right? So I'm in the far back and I gotta walk all the way to the front to go buy some toothpaste. And you have to walk through this forest essentially. And they got rabbits. I didn't know they had rabbits, but as I'm walking over there, the bushes all of a sudden go like that, and it's dark, man. I ran fast. You know, I ran fast. There was people watching me. I'm a grown ass man. I was like,
I'm out.
you know.
Have
Come
you ever
back
heard a
later
rabbit
and
warn? Have you ever heard a rabbit warn?
Rabbit warn? No.
They stomp their foot and it's like really loud.
Thumper.
Yeah, and that will scare the shit out of you. You don't know what it is. Who was it on? Ryan. I just looked it up, dude. It looks like a Wolverine.
What's the Wolverine?
It's a fish. He said a fisher cat. You look it up. It looks like a Wolverine.
Yeah, Miles. It was sad, man. And I don't mean to make light of it. If I am, I mean it's definitely not something I wish on anybody, but it's just I in Florida, I would not go into a lake. And I hear about that all the time, man. It's like I used to work at John Deere. These guys were just like, yeah, man, I went out to the Everglades and I went swimming in the water. I'm like, dude, that is like prime location for gators.
Yeah.
They bask.
Yeah, you don't
And
know.
you can't even see them.
Yeah.
I don't like in my backyard. I carry a knife, like a machete, and I turn on all the lights and I go out there because the dog needs to poop. But other than that, And I'm trying to get him to poop during the day, but he's like, "No, I don't want to poop now." Like, you're gonna get pooped with the freaking
I'll
gator.
be
'Cause
like,
they can
bro,
climb the fence or go to,
I mean, you got 45 seconds to poop. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Bro,
Yeah,
you
right.
should see me. You should see me, Flex. Like, fucking hurry up.
Gotta give that dog a laxative, so he just goes.
Yeah,
man.
like, let's go, bro.
Avanza.
Avanza, cabrón.
Dude, when I worked at Caterpillar, they wanted me to they asked for volunteers to go over to Thailand. And I was like, that'd be pretty cool to go over there and check that out. Well, then I started hearing about these guys that would go out to the machines, and in the cab, they would find like 12-foot king cobras in there.
Oh, no.
I'm like, nah, that's cool. I ain't going out there.
Nah.
Another thing, my favorite snakes.
Me and snakes, oh, no.
Dude, I don't want to go in there. Damn.
I
king
carried the
cobra.
machete in the truck because I have been driving home and I see like big like cottonmouths and stuff like that. I'll run them over and cut the heads off, and I'll crush them. Because I'm like, nah, this will bite a kid out here or somebody's dog or something.
That
Damn,
that
man,
video
you're
I
pretty
sent you.
rustic, man.
Huh?
I said you pretty rustic. You going snakes heads?
I'm like, you got to take it off and crush it. 'Cause they still bite. They still have the venom.
Yeah, but that's
Like
that's what a 10 gauge is for.
Yep.
Yeah.
No play, no play.
Brian.
Hey.
Now it's a party.
It's a Diddy party.
And
That's
on that
pretty
note,
good. Yeah.
And
It's
that was the
getting late,
show,
though.
boys and girls.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, man. What does Lewis say? In my country, there is an ant that if it bites you, it kills you. Yeah. Okay. Are you in Australia?
Is
Lewis
that a
in Australia?
siafu? Is that the siafu ant? I know there's like these big ants that they actually eat meat off the bone, dude. Crazy.
the freaking piranha of ants.
Yeah.
I know in Australia they got an ant like that. You get bit in the bush, man, you fucked.
Yeah.
So
Well, Lewis, we did warn you in the beginning. It was a very slow Star Wars
Venezuela.
news day.
Oh, man, it's funny.
yeah.
Tiny carnivorous creatures.
Oh, and the Amazon? Nah, you guys, that Amazon is like, that's the green Australia.
Green Australia. I don't know about that, man. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Always
Isn't that where they got some of those tribes that you're not supposed to make contact with because of
Yeah. Yeah, no. I remember there was a missionary trip at the church to go to
in
the
the bush,
Amazon.
you're fucked.
Yeah, like my kids are not going to that one, buddy. I'm sorry.
it's got a double meaning there. You know?
You got music for everything, don't you?
We can start General Kenobi.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
General.
General.
Oh, what's up, brother?
I'm ready to call it a night, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it definitely became
Turn to the left.
hyperdrive after dark.
Nah, man, this was good, right? We didn't even have that
It
much Star
was.
Wars news. We still almost made it 2 hours.
Yep.
Look at that.
It was a
funny.
good show. It was a good
Yeah,
show.
I had a great time.
Hang out,
man.
have fun.
Always have a great time with you guys. I'm sad that I'm not gonna be able to hang out next week.
I got to figure out what to do. Watch The Accountant 2 or level up Boba Fett.
Level up, level up, level up.
Yo, that game is addictive, though, man. It's so much fun.
It's so much fun with friends.
It is
Yeah.
fun, dude. Flex, even if you don't like playing video games that much, when you're in it and you just see that you're in a freaking Clone Wars battle, man.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're
It
just
looks
like,
good.
I'm a clone trooper, you know, and you're going in there and especially like when you're the heavy and you're just shooting the shit out of things, and it's a lot of fun.
You got the big Gatling gun.
Yeah. And for everybody that's looking at George's short where he's playing it without the HUD on, I would like everybody to take note of the first few seconds that George got in my way.
You ran in
When I
front
was
of my
no,
shots.
sir, you need to rewatch the video, sir.
I did.
Oh,
You
there's
will
friendly
see-
fire?
No, rewatch. You bring it. You can bring it up now on live.
I
On
was
stream.
running this
Bring
way,
it up
and
live
he
on
was
stream.
running that way. We
And
were
if
running
you look before that,
like this.
you got in my way
Get the
as I was
views. Get
shooting.
the views. Make sure they go to your channel to watch it. But there's friendly fire, right?
Yes, there is friendly. No, there's no friendly fire. You can't.
no
you
friendly
can't shoot
fire.
you.
No,
Thank God, no.
no, it
Okay.
just gets in your way of getting points. He was
Yeah.
hogging the point. What he
I
was
was
doing.
not hogging the
Okay.
points. I could barely hit the target.
Yeah. Stay on target.
Dude, you play with no HUD, right? If you play with no HUD, it's supposed to make it look more cinematic because you don't have
Yeah.
all this shit around you and everything. But they
It was
take away the crosshair.
Tactical
like-
mishap.
I mean, I'm sitting there shooting, trying to get my gauge. I'm like, I shoot like, okay, I'm way left. Let me go a little bit over here, you know?
I did the same thing.
So it's fun though, man. I have
It
such a good time
is
playing
a
that game.
True blast to play.
Yeah,
The game still holds up.
It does.
Graphically, it still holds up.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of people are still talking about it. Well,
Yeah, man.
Pushing for it.
If you guys have it and you're playing on PC, because we're playing on PC because of somebody I'm not going to mention.
I refuse to buy a console. Everybody has a computer.
Come hang out with us.
A console.
I don't really
anybody
care.
playing, let me know.
Yeah, but if you want to play, man, join us, man. We're having a good time doing it. So
yeah.
So anyway, guys, make sure you tune into the Spice Runners tomorrow. Gonna watch that. Next week. Remember, no show next Thursday, and we will regroup the following Thursday. I can't remember. I think we're already going to be almost the third week of June. I'm trying to remember the dates, but we'll be back the week after that. And I hope you guys have a good weekend, man. So until next time, may the force be with you.
And
see you guys.
And you.
And every one of you.
And also with you.
That's me on the cruise.